I've just seen that the coalition ministers concedes plan to allow first home buyers to access super with push up house prices. So wow, it's going to be up to $50,000 of retirement savings used towards purchasing our first home. Now, pushing up the house prices initially is not really, not a big deal. But what we have to look at is what's going to happen when these people who are using their retirement savings to buy houses actually reach retirement. $50,000 is a lot of money. I mean, on average, people are able to get $5,000 to $6,000 a year put into their superannuation account from their regular salaries. So 10 years of one's, or about 10 years of one's superannuation savings just being wiped out is going to considerably reduce their income in the future when they're retired, when you take into account compounding interest gains. So this is going to be a big problem for the future Australian generations, and we're not going to see an immediate impact. In fact, in the immediate term, it's actually going to be great. Banks are going to be making more profits. The Australian government is going to be getting more revenue because this $50,000, parts of it is going to be used for stamp duty. I mean, not stamp duty because I think they're exempt for stamp duty, but it's going to be used for other interest charges, and it's just generally going to be good because the people selling their houses are actually going to have to pay stamp duty. That's one thing. So it'll increase turnover of house sales, but over the long run, it's going to be bad for the economy. I can see why the government wants to do this because they need to increase their revenue. I mean, Australia is in a major deficit. We were almost at a budget surplus leading up to COVID, but now we're in such a huge deficit that they're resorting to these kind of measures to increase revenue, which is what they have to do. But it's better not to be done because it's going to be terrible in the long run, and our future generations are going to work and pay and have to support these people who made poor financial decisions buying houses now at these prices. It's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. We have to look at other ways of reducing the cost of housing. And actually what they're going to do is the interest rates are going to reduce the costs of houses. So they're trying to put in this $50,000 to raise it back up. It's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. It's best to avoid this. It's best to just let the market do its thing and let people save for their retirement one way or another. They don't need a big flashy house. This is only going to encourage people to go and buy bigger, more expensive houses instead of naturally encouraging people to go slightly in the outer suburbs and get cheaper housing. It's just going to be too much condensed living in the central suburbs, and it's going to push up house prices astronomically, and it's going to push a lot of people out of the housing market who don't have $50,000 in super. I'm in my 20s. I did not have $50,000 in my super up until 27, 28 or whatever it was. So what, we're going to have 27, 28-year-olds taking all of their retirement savings out of their account to buy a house? So we're going to have a lot of people in their late 20s, close to 30, that's considering that's if they've been working a lot, finished an apprenticeship, working full time. If they've been working all throughout their teenage years to their 30s, they might have $50,000 of superannuation. But if they haven't, then they won't even have that much. And then they want to go buy a house in an expensive area like their parents raised them in, and they're going to be wiped out. They're not going to have any superannuation by the time they're 30 because they bought a new house. Not good. Not good for the future of Australia. Not good for the future generations who are going to have to fork out and pay to support people who don't have retirement savings. It's a very bad idea. Very, very bad idea, and I hope we don't do that. Okay? Peace out.